Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. I've made a new pick a card read for you. How's your person feeling about you at the moment? Let's find out. I've made 3 readings here, and it's timeless reading. Whenever you get into it's good. Each one of these readings has got a deeper dive to it. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, it could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we're popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. That's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading too. Now there's 2 ways in which to win a private reading with me every single month. First draw at the end of the month is for the subscribers to my YouTube channel who click like on this video, leave a comment. That will get you an entry into that first draw. The second draw is for the deeper dive purchasers of my pick a card reads. So good luck with winning those. All you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? Crystal is out with this card, which is the playfulness card. Laughter is the best therapy. Or the flower. The flower is out with close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joy. Or would you like the shell? The shell comes with this card, which says when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So take your pick now, and don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, click on that subscribe button if you're new. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year for the collective. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give 1-question readings. You can book in for one of those 1-question readings at any time on my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also on up there too. I do all the pre-booked readings right at the start of the next live show, then send you the link to the replay so that you can watch it afterward. So you don't need to come live if you can't make it or if you don't want to. Alternatively, come live. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking Be Healing down there. You can click on set a reminder or notify me or something like that. Come along live, and I'd love to connect in with your energy. I make 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week as well. Let me know what you want the next ones to be about in the comments below. And I offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also on it there too. Get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. So there's a pretty quick turnaround on those. Well, enjoy your reading. Crystal, flower, or shell. I'll see you in there. So if you chose this crystal and this one's for you, crystals, let's find out how your person feels about you at the moment. Now, as usual, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get your cards out and find out how your person's feeling about you at the moment, crystals. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to this channel and leave a comment to get yourself into that prize draw as you're watching. Okay, the cards come out now. No need for the waffle anymore. We can read the cards instead. Okay, got the Sentinel out first, which is the card of protection. So I feel like your person could be trying to protect themselves. And acceptance. Something's going down here. They need to accept something about you, perhaps, but it's got them in this protective kind of a stance. Like, yeah, I don't know, perhaps a little bit scared of you. Either having to accept something about you, perhaps that some kind of misgiving that they had about you. They might have jumped to conclusions about you and then found out that that's not really you, and when they find out what really is you, then there's having to process that, and do they need to protect themselves from you because of that? I don't know what it could be. Anyway, freedom and purification. They might be taking some space at the moment. They might need the freedom right now just to release stuff, let go, purify, detoxify, and it could be like thoughts as well. Making a break for freedom. Is your person running from you at the moment? Because that's what I'm kind of feeling from this reading. That they're kind of in that running mode at the moment because you scared them a little. I don't think you're really scary. I think it's just, as I said, they might have just like jumped to a conclusion about you, just presume something about you, and then when they find you're not that, it just makes them a little bit scared, because you're not the person that they thought you were. And that's just because the person that they imagined you were is not who you are. I think we all do that from time to time, you know. Dive, you don't find the pearls on the seashore, this says. So there could be a bit of a reluctance or a little hesitation to dive further into this relationship. Perhaps they thought they'd find the ideal in you, crystals, and they found something out about you, or you've shown them a side of you that has just made them a bit scared. That's all. So it could have, you know, it could have triggered them in some kind of a way. It could have reminded them of someone in the past or something like that. I don't know what it is, but let's find out how they're feeling about crystals. I would say confused right now. Let's see. The Three of Wands. They're waiting for perfect timing. You know, this could be just someone that's, if this is somebody new that you're watching this for, crystals, this could be just someone that's apprehensive and trying to find out about you while they're in protection mode, so they're not necessarily going all in. Could be that too. Got the Moon card, so emotions, feelings, that kind of thing, but also unsure as well with the Moon card there. The Hermit, they're holding back from you for sure. For sure. Let's find out more. Three of Wands, Muse of Materials. So it's like they're waiting for perfect timing for something. Muse of Materials, to feel stable. They're falling in love with you. And I think that's why they're taking a step back. It feels like it's serious to them, but it's almost like they want to know you completely first. Like before they get involved. It's someone seeking guarantees is what this feels like. Before they go. So they've got a bit of trepidation before they go all in, and they're waiting for kind of perfect timing, or when it feels right. They're developing feelings for you, that's for sure. With the Moon card and the Ace of Emotions, they're falling for you. Sexual energy, and they're very attracted to you as well. So there's this pull of you, but there's also, they've got this running energy too, wanting the distance, wanting the space, wanting the freedom at the moment. The Moon card, yeah, do have them in the feelings, but there's like that mystery about the Moon card. They're not revealing those feelings to you. Giving it a secret. The Chariot and the Hierophant. Okay. They will move forward, the Chariot, but the Hierophant is when they've learned something about you. They're trying to find something out about you. And it's got something to do with, they presumed something about you, and then when they found out that that wasn't true, or the truth, that it scared them a little bit. It could have scared, I mean, this might be because of your spirituality or something like that. It very well could be something like that. So they just presumed you're just like non-religious or something like that. And then, because sometimes we pretend to presume like people just be like us. Do you know what I mean? If I met someone like I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Right, so I would just presume that everyone else is like that too. And if I were to find out someone, if I presume that about someone that I'm dating, say, and then I find out that they're really religious, that would make me be in this energy. It'd make me be in this energy, take a step back, like, oh, this is a bit scary, a little bit unknown for me. It's that kind of a thing. So, and it definitely could be about that kind of thing with the Hierophant. So it could be because of your spirituality that freaks them out a little bit. It's out of their norm. It could be unknown to them. So it's almost like once they accept it in you, they're going to come forward. But it's the unknown, right? It's something that's scaring them because it's unknown to them. Now, that makes sense now, right? It does to me, and anyway, just to me. So it's the unknown that is scary to them. There's something about you that is just completely out of their experience, and it scares them a little bit. It's like people that don't know tarot, like like me, in fact, years and years and years and years ago, when I first heard of tarot, it would be like at school, you know, with friends, and it was all like, let's do a seance, let's like contact dead people, and then be like, no, it's really scary, you know. And so I had this trepidation. It's tarot. It's like, oh God, no, it's like the dark side, evil forces, energy, and stuff like that. I was scared of that too, and so, you know. Maybe I'm really scary to people who find out that I'm a tarot reader and a psychic. Well, yeah, I know, like, people get scared when I say I'm a psychic because they think I'm reading minds all the time, and I'm not. I don't do that. But it could be something like that, you know. What's behind this? So I'm a bit scared of you. What's behind this is a new day. I think they're going to get over it. I do think they're going to get over it. I think they know that they're going to get over it too. They could be finding out about stuff. You know, they could be asking people about what their take is on that thing that they found out about you. The weird thing that they found out about you, you know? Freaky side to you. The Hermit. So they're kind of staying alone right now. They've made a retreat. The Four of Inspiration. Solid foundations. They're only going to come forward when they're ready to kind of build something with you. Solid foundations. So they're just kind of in this process of, can I accept this? Like, is this good for me? Is this something that's acceptable for me? New beginnings. They want to start something with you. You've just got this scary thing, and they're just processing that at the moment. Let's find out more. How they're feeling about you. Crystals, how they're feeling. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. They have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. They want things to get back to a fun place. It's almost like they wish that they hadn't known that thing about you. But like, if they want to be with you, they've got to get to know you fully. Step into your power and release control. Right. There's something powerful about you, and it's requiring them to step more into their power and release control. So you've got a powerful energy to them, and perhaps they're used to not being with people like that. Perhaps they used to be in control, the one with the power, and they're kind of not with you. It was probably joint, right? So they're having to give that up. Like, are they okay with giving that up? Well, let's see. How do they feel about you, crystals? How do they feel about you, crystals? Fun and romance. It's feeling romantic towards you. They do want to have fun. They want things to get back to that fun. I think you guys might be early in relationship to me. Feels like that. And heartbreak. Are you going to break their heart? They're scared about this thing about you. But yeah, they want to romance you. They want to have some fun with you. What's this? Bad attitude. Deception and mistake. They're scared about something about you. It's something unknown to them, so there could be that feeling like you're trying to deceive them, but you know, like I was saying, people would be scared that I'm a psychic because they think I'm reading their mind. I'm not. I'm not doing that stuff. But there's that, you know, it's like, is this person being deceptive? Are they taking advantage of me? This person is scared. They are scared right now. That is why they've taken a step back. Let's get some messages from them. What do they want to say? I'm planning on reaching out to you. They know they're not going to stay scared forever. One-sided relationship. They think that they like you more than you like them. And it's not that. It's this power thing. They're used to kind of being the one on top. They're used to being the one in control, the one that is liked more by the other person. They're not used to this more equal kind of a relationship. So they're planning on reaching out to you anyway. Too many. What else do they want to say? What else? I'm ashamed of how I treated you. And that could just be about the pulling back as well. Rose-colored glasses. Now, I think this is them, you know, rose-colored glasses. Like I said, some of them, they just presume something about you, perhaps thought you were perfect or something, and something's shown up that scared them because you're not that. And I think there's a very positive person, this one. Lots of passion and desire for you. So there's a strong pull, strong attraction, strong pull to be with you. Wow, so that's what I've got for you, crystals. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In the deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. I'm going to go into guidance for both of you together, the dynamics between you once you're together. Are there any red flags to look out for? How can you make it work really well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now, that email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on your device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button and leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into that prize draw, as we'll get in that deeper dive too. That'll get you into that second draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. So good luck with winning those, and good luck with all of this. If this is where you're leaving me, if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower, this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out how your person feels about you at the moment. As usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that it is your story, it could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So without further ado, flowers, let's get straight into your reading and find out how your person's feeling about you at the moment. First card out is the Garden of the Night, Dark Night of the Soul. They've got a nervousness, as if you've pulled away from them. They're not sure. Not feeling so good right now. They've got some worry. They've got some worry that perhaps you're rejecting them or something like that. What's this about? Generosity. I feel like they want to give more to you. It's a feeling like of being on the back foot, like they've got to do something to kind of pull you back in. If you're pulled away from this person, they feel like they need to be more generous with you. There's this feeling of like scrambling to give to you, to rectify something. Huh. Interesting energies. Optimism. If you had an argument or something like that, and maybe they feel like it's gone a bit too far, and they're kind of regretting it, and they know that they need to apologize or give more to you, be generous to you, to try and, yeah, they're afraid that they've gone too far in something, but they're optimistic that there'll be clear skies. So if you have had an argument with this person, they're not feeling great about it at all, not in the slightest. Okay, what else? The Hierophant, spiritual lessons. They're learning a lot through whatever it is that they're going through at the moment. The Four of Cups, they're feeling disappointed, and it feels like it's disappointment in themselves, you know? It feels like a disappointment in themselves, or they're disappointed in the way that this has gone down. I don't think that they meant it, whatever's gone on. What else? Eight of Pentacles. They put so much into this, invested into it. They've got a lot invested into this, and they don't want to be kind of disappointed any more than they're disappointed. They're hoping that you want to stick with this, see it through. The Hierophant, so they're learning a lot. 10 of Emotions, the happily ever after. So the feeling that you are the happily ever after, and they don't want this to be the end. They regret something here, but they're optimistic that it can be repaired and healed, and to have this happily ever after. They've certainly learned a lot through with that Hierophant card. This is someone that wants long term with you, the happily ever after. I think we've got a bit of a glitch here, just, you know, just a little bit of a glitch along the way, just a little bit of a hiccup. Something's gone down. If you get through this, they're hoping it's going to be a happily ever after. But there is that generosity card. It's definitely, they think that they need to do a lot for you now. So perhaps coming back with the tail between their legs, apologizing, being very generous with you. You know, it could be just something like you've said, like you're not doing enough, and then they feel terrible. They take a step back and they know that they need to do more. So transformation is behind that. They know that they need to do more. I think the person's going to be stepping up, especially if you have called them out on something like that. So they're disappointed themselves. Queen of Inspiration. They're so attracted to you, the Queen of Inspiration. And the Queen of Inspiration is also a go-getter kind of, you know, you take action and all of that kind of thing. And it feels like that they haven't taken enough action. So this person knows that they need to step up. Now, for those of you that you're with a new person and all of this hasn't happened, if this is a new person that you are watching this reading for, and you're like, well, this doesn't resonate because I've never been with this person for them even to want that. This person, if they're new, they might be having a hard time with it at the moment because perhaps they didn't take an opportunity to come toward you. They think they can have the happily ever after with you. They want long term with you, but perhaps they didn't take action, and that's why they're disappointed in themselves, and they've got to take more action because you're the action taker, and they think that they might have disappointed you and not stepped up when they needed to. It could be that too. So just take it as it resonates, you know, in your situation. But yeah, they're kind of disappointed themselves because you're the action taker, and I feel like they haven't taken action, and they're like, oh, why didn't I? Discernment. I think you're a good choice, and you make good choices too. Now this could be a kind of a situation where you were there, and then you weren't, and they'd failed to take action while you were there, and they could be really disappointed now you're not there. They could be kicking themselves, and that's why it's the Garden of the Night, and they're disappointed that they didn't take action. Eight of Pentacles, they reap what they sow. They get the rewards for the efforts that they put in. Some of you, you've had an argument with your person because they weren't stepping up and they weren't doing enough, and you've told them that, and they're disappointed. They might have had a reaction for that, taking a step backwards, but they've realized, yeah, you know, Flower's right, I haven't been doing enough. I need to invest more. Knight of Voices, they're going to come in and do that. Knight of Voices is about taking swift movement. So they are prepared to take action. Whatever your situation is here with these energies, they are prepared to take action. They want to do these things now. They want to take action. Next time you see this person, they are going to take action, whereas they didn't before, to move it into balance. They do want it to be balanced. If you've had a talk with them about this, that you expect more from them and they're not doing enough, they've heard for sure. Okay, and they feel terrible about it with that Garden of the Night. How do they feel about flowers? How does Flower's person feel about them? Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy in your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So they're kind of convincing themselves that they deserve to have joy. And this is someone that wants to do more now. They do want to do more. What else? How do they feel about flowers? Lighting up. It's pretty heavy for them right now. They want to lighten up. Yeah. They're taking this very seriously, you know. The Hierophant in the Ten of Emotions is someone that's taking a relationship very seriously. They think you're the happily ever after. You want long term. They want to do things by the book as well with the Hierophant, and they're learning a lot. So you want to do things the right way for their happily ever after. It involves a bit of a transformation in them, which is a good thing, right? We get into relationships, it teaches us about ourselves. And so if they're learning a lot through it, it's good. Self-worth and communication. It feels like you've got someone with a growth mindset here. It's not good. Communication and self-worth. So for those of you that have had a talk with your person saying, hey, why aren't you stepping up? It's because they didn't feel worthy. That's why. They've had to step into their self-worth. So perhaps they thought, you know, Queen of Inspiration, you are the one that takes action, the one that does things, because you're coming from this confident place. You know, the Queen of Inspiration is confident. And perhaps they were just kind of letting you do more because you've got that energy. Whereas they were a little bit more like, I can't do it as well. I can't do it as well as flowers would do it, so I'll sit back kind of thing. But it appears like they want to communicate with you about that, like tell you what they're learning. This person is learning a lot from this process that you're going through at the moment anyway. It's good. They're finding out about themselves. And that's a good thing, because we need them, right? We need people to be working on themselves. We're not going to do it for them. Loneliness and rules. Interesting. Feeling lonely right now. But they know that they've got to do things right. A Hierophant, do things by the book, approach you in the right way. But they're feeling lonely right now. Don't want to break the rules though. Feels to me like there's a lot riding on this for them. They are taking it very seriously. Let's get some messages out from them. What do they want to say? What do they want to say? You're always on my mind. They can't stop thinking about you. What else? There's a third party. Not necessarily someone that they're with, but there's a complication about them. Soulmate. They believe that you're soulmates. Third party complication though. Now that could be anyone. That could be like someone someone that they're caring for. Family member or something like that. Child. It could be an ex as well that they've got some responsibilities to. Could be, yeah, something just with some emotional demands on them is what I'm feeling. Tell us more. Interesting that those rules came out. It's like they've got to abide by the rules. I get emotional when I think of you. You got them in their feels. That's for sure. I've run away to avoid facing my problems. There's a third party. Yeah, it could be an ex. It could be someone that they've not actually completed the things with. Now, if this person is married, they could have left and separated and just not got divorced yet. They've just not got around to that. They've run away instead of dealing with it, like ending it properly. Very well could be that. There's a third party, because I'm really not feeling like they're with someone. There's the loneliness. They're definitely alone. But yeah, I run away to avoid facing my problems, and there's a third party. They've not finished that off properly. They've not completed it. This is someone that doesn't like to face those things. They might not be great at doing the taxes and stuff like that. You know, just the hard stuff. They'll just be like, oh, let's ignore that. Betrayal. Could be a big problem to them, betrayal. They could have been betrayed by that person. This third party. So, yeah, betrayal is the thing for them. Sensitive to it. Okay, that is what I've got. Just trying to pick up anything else there. That's what I've got. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story. You want it to be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In the deeper dive, in that extended reading, we're going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in. So what should you do then, given this situation? Guidance for you in this relationship. You guys together, what are the dynamics between you? How can you make it work really well? Are there any red flags that you need to look out for? Let's delve into the relationship a little bit, and the energies. And how might this all play out with possible timelines? If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you're not going to receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the flower on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button and leave a comment, because that'll get you an entry into that prize draw to win a reading with me at the end of the month. As well, get in that deeper dive as well, that'll get you an entry into the second draw. It's a little bit more of an exclusive draw, that one, so you've got more chances to win with that deeper dive one. But anyway, if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell, this one's for you. Shells, let's find out how your person feels about you at the moment. Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of this reading, I will be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So without further ado, let's finding out how your person feels about you at the moment. Fleeting beauty. I'm afraid to say this person doesn't think it's going to last. Fleeting beauty. They think this is a short-lived thing. Now, that might not be true, but yeah, and I think this is going to be a short-term thing. Fleeting beauty. You've got gratitude, but they're grateful for it anyway, the chance to be with you. They're at peace with that, and nature. They think that this is natural. Okay, they just kind of resign themselves to the fact that this is a fleeting thing, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why they've decided that. It's not necessarily because they want a short-term thing. In fact, I don't think it is. Could be an element of too good to be true here. I mean, like they're thinking that you're going to move on from them kind of thing. Too good to be true. And perhaps I can't believe the luck. Safety. It's almost like they don't want to let themselves believe that this could be a long-term thing. You know, if they will just be in it for the moment, then they feel safer. Because they could be heavily disappointed if they put too much into this. What I mean by that is that you might just be so good that they think, well, I'm just going to enjoy it while it lasts, because I can't imagine that they're going to stick around forever. And if they were to believe that you stick around forever and then you don't, you move on because perhaps they feel like they're not enough for you. It could be something like that. It's kind of safer, they love you. It's safer for them to believe that this isn't going to last forever. King of Cups, they love you. They've got feelings for you. Yep. What else? How are they feeling about shells? The High Priestess. It's like you've got some perception. You're highly perceptive, and there is a spiritual connection between you both as well. An intuitive connection between you both. Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords. They're not sure of whether to go all in on this. Like I said, it's to protect themselves. They feel like you're going to move on. That's what it is. It's not them wanting a short-term relationship. I think they want a long-term relationship, but they think that you're going to move on from them. So the Ace of Wands, should they get into it and enjoy it? I think that is where they're at. Enjoy it for what it is now and be at peace with that. But they're doing this to protect themselves. They're taking that stance, that internal stance to protect themselves. Anyway, they're not sure whether to go, like to have this passionate new start with you. Tell us more. The King of Cups, so they love you. There's feelings for you. The Five of Materials. The Five of Materials usually depicts a couple, don't they have a child with them as well? And they're walking in the snow, and they are walking past a church, and instead of going into the church seeking solace or comfort, they are continuing on the path that they're on. It feels like this person wants to persist with you. Well, they love you, so they can't help but persist with you. That's what it is. They've got this feeling of impending doom. That sounds really bad. It's not that bad. They feel like this is going to end and you're going to end it. And not soon, but at some point. And there's this feeling of, is this, it's worth going on with. I think they know that, but they know that they're setting themselves up for failure. They think that you're going to move on from them. It might not be true, but that's what they're feeling. Movement into balance. Perhaps that they're feeling you're out of balance at the moment, and once you get into balance, you'll move on from them. There's this feeling like you're too good to be true, like if you were truly in balance, you wouldn't choose them, kind of thing. They feel like you're out of their league. The High Priestess, but you do have this connection, this intuitive connection between you. The Devil. Obsession. Yeah, obsession. Yeah, they could be like low-key obsessed with you here and feeling this intuitive connection. So, okay. If you've ever had the experience of limerence before, where you set your sights on someone, you feel this deep connection with them, you're falling in love with them, and it's really with a fantasy, and you feel like you got this deep connection with them, and that you intuitively know what's going on with them, and it's obsession is what it is. It's a story you're fabricating in yourself. Some of it might be picking up on their energies, but most of it is about a story that you're fabricating in your own mind. They're doing that. It's an obsession. This person's obsessed with you. And they're feeling like it's an intuitive connection, like a spiritual connection with you. Those ones too. Sexual energy, very attracted to you. Obsession. New day and new beginnings. They're like, yeah, they're wanting it to be this amazing new thing. That's why this Two of Swords, they're not sure. There's a part of them that recognizes that they're doing this limerence thing. Obsessing over you, and a part of them that thinks that this could be it, you know, perhaps it's true, the limerence story of you. Ace of Wands, but Two of Swords, not sure whether they should. The Ten of Inspiration, putting down those burdens. This person feels like you're out of their league, like they would be, I want to say like wingman, but it's not really that. It's just like they're the supporting act. That's what they're feeling like, they're the supporting act, and they realize that the play is going to be over at some point. And it's like, do they take this on because they know it's going to burden them? They're falling for you. They're already burdened, in fact. But if they actually proceed with this, then they burden themselves more with that, with something that is going to end. They're just like really sure that this is going to end, that you're going to reject them. And in energies like this, if you get together with someone like this, like they will end up sabotaging it so that you do. Like they'll give you a reason to end it, just to prove them right. That's what we do, right? When we've got these internal troubles like this, is we end up sabotaging and proving ourselves right, and we didn't need to. Like, we don't need to do that. That's what sabotage is all about, right? We end up doing something that makes a thing that we don't want to happen, but because we've been focused on and fully believing that that thing that we don't want to happen is going to happen, we do the sabotage to make it happen. So they're in this mindset, and this belief, and this feeling that this isn't going to work out, and that you're going to end it. Unlimited possibilities. But then there's this other part of them that is like, well, this could be amazing. And it could be amazing as well. But not while they're thinking like that. They've got quite a pessimistic point of view. But it's because they feel like you're out of their league. Well, when it comes to the matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So they're wondering whether to go for this just to have the experience of you, to expand their understanding of life and love. And they reside. I mean, they're sure. They are sure in their own mind. They are sure that this is going to be a fleeting thing, that you're going to end it. I'm not saying that they think that you're going to use them and end it. Be real. So they've got this like harsh reality mindset to them. Let's be real about it, you know. But it's pessimistic, but they're not meaning to be pessimistic. They think they're being real about it. You know, when people do that, when they say like, but it's reality, it's reality. And so they're telling this pessimistic story all the time, but saying, but I'm being real. Telling it as it is, I'm being real. And it is real, yeah. But there's great things as well that are real too. And they won't go there. Bit of a Debbie Downer, this one. Darren Downer. Dave Downer. I don't know. What's the male version of a Debbie Downer? Darren Downer, I think. Wow. Okay, we've got romance and fun. Wanting to have romance and fun with you. But then there's heartbreak and healing that they know is inevitable. This person they're considering, they're like getting to this just to have their fun of it and all of that and have their good times. But I know that she's going to rip my heart out. Cheryl's going to rip my heart out. And I'm going to have to heal from it. Is it worth doing it? What were these cards? Gratitude, peace, nature. They just believe that this is the way it is. Okay, let's get some messages out from them. I'm kind of expecting negative messages to come out. Because this one, there's a third party. Now, that doesn't mean that there's someone else involved. It could mean that, but it could mean more like they've had this experience before with someone. It could be very heavily imprinted on them because of that. They think you're another one of them. Someone's done this before to me, that kind of thing, you know. I've felt this before, I know where this ends, you know. I've had a relationship with someone like you before. And it's not necessarily true, right? You're not that person that they've been with before. But they think you are. They think they know how this is going to play out. And I think there's an element of that in all of us, you know. We reject people. People come at us and we're going like, no, I'm not going to go out with you because I've been out with you before. I got married to someone like you. I know how this ends. I'm not going to do it. It's that kind of pessimism that they've got. I'm afraid of commitment. Now the truth is coming out, right? So, okay, they're sabotage, you see. Now it could be, yeah, they've got feelings for you. They love you. But they sabotage, they let themselves stand in their own way. They're afraid of commitment. I abandon people to make myself feel important. They certainly don't feel important, this person. They're putting you on a pedestal and they're not feeling important. I can see myself with you in the future. There's a part of them that does see this happening. There's a part of them that thinks that this is possible, but the majority of them, the greater part of themselves thinks that they're very pessimistic about this. Not pessimistic about having good times or anything like that. They know that you will. They just think you're going to end it. Mental health. Struggle with the mental health. Meaning these negative thoughts, you know. I didn't mean what I said. They didn't mean what they said. What else do they want to say? Toxicity. They might realize that they're kind of coming from a toxic place. They might have been told that by other people too. The friends might say to them, you do this again and again. What are you doing? You're doing it again. And there's someone keeping me from you. And again, it might be the one that you're reminding them of. Or there could be a third party in this case as well. They're with someone else. This is complicated for sure in the energies. This is complicated. Well, if that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story. I'm not sure you'll want it to be a story. Then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In the deeper dive, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. And guidance for you in this relationship. So you guys together, once you're together, what are the dynamics between you? Can you make it work? How can you make it work really well? Are there any other red flags to look out for in this relationship than all the ones that we've spotted already? Guidance for you. No, and then how might this all play out with possible timelines? If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new, and leave a comment, because that'll get you an entry into the prize draw for a reading with me. Free reading with me at the end of the month, as we'll get in that deeper dive read as well. That'll get you an entry into the other draw. So good luck with winning those, and good luck with all of this. If this is where you're leaving me, good luck. And if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read for even more, then I'll see you in there very shortly.